Hello, my friends, and welcome back to The Mount Nerds. My name is Caleb, and tonight we are back with more GlassHollow Tales. So excited. I've been looking forward to this for the past 2 weeks. Like, I've been so pumped up. We have our wonderful cast of characters. You know, I'm really bad about not talking about y'all in terms of, like, yourselves. So, as always, I'll go from my, I guess it'd be right here. We have LJ Lowry. Then we have Andrea. These two are from Geeks Under Grace. They're awesome. Going back up from Andrea, we have my good pal, Jared. Jared, you want to wave? Give us a wave. Give us some love. There he is. There he is. Our wonderful Spire. We have my bus bud, Charlie, up in the top middle. And my other bud, Greg, also known as Teos. So, guys, tonight we are jumping back in, and we have some crazy things that happened last time. So, last time, our crew landed on Planet X, which is the Breach Till planet, and they met the, I need a good adjective for him. The shiny and cowboyish Dirch McGurch, who brought them to the Oasis.
Dusty.
Yeah.
Rusty and Dusty.
Rusty Dusty. Dirch yeah, with his mustache. Dirch McGurch, who brought our friends over to, we have a small little town in the Oasis, which is kind of the region on the Breachtail planet that they have a little colony. Well, we learned that everybody in this little settlement are all scientists, and they're all robotic. They have robotic parts placed on. They're all like kind of a mixed synthetic hybrid, but nobody really knows why. All of these people are older. They're all scientists, doctors, medical professionals, explorers, and they work for a company called AI. Astroman. I can't even say it. I'm so tongue-tied. Does anybody want to crack at what the company's name is? Anybody want to take a crack at it? While I look it up. I'm stalling.
Enemy.
I'm such a professional DM, guys. It's
Astrologics Incorporated.
It's Astrogations Inc. So, these people work for Astrogations Inc. They are, like I said, older. Well, they were run by the Colonel, who wasn't the best guy, was really mean to Dirch. He sent them on a mission to take care of these husk-like creatures, these humans and other humanoid races that have been turned into these robotic creatures. Well, after slaying these husks and headed back to the colony, we come to find out that our colonel kind of lost it. He started to form into one of these husks. He is starting to kind of lose it. His face was a little bit more robotic, and he was killing the doctor. Our good robot medic decided to step in and save the doctor the best he can, and while Dirch and the rest of the gang went into the Broken Arrow Inn, and they found an old familiar face, which is Vatya, Toro's love interest. And that is where we're going to pick up. So across the bar, you guys look up, and a very familiar face appears. This time a little bit augmented. And she's sitting behind the bar, and she's just kind of wiping some of the cups down, and she looks up, she goes, "Hey, Dirch." And you notice her voice is a little bit different. It's kind of weird. She's like,
Without the accent.
"Dirch?" I'm not doing the accent for reasons. Dirch, and she walks up, or Dirch kind of walks up. He's like, "I'll take Vanya. I'll take another round of the usual." And she, okay. And she reaches behind the counter and she pulls out a can which let's just go ahead and say it's the space version of WD-40. So he takes some of it and he like sticks it in one of his like little cracks in his I guess body, and he starts like spraying it in there, and he's like, oh, that's the good stuff right there. That's the premium brand. Thank you. And she looks up at the rest of you. How can I help you?
Toro is just kind of standing there speechless. Like he hasn't. Once she like lifted her head and he saw that it was her, he just kind of froze in place.
And she kind of leans over, and she says, and Dirch is over here. Dirch is about right there now. Dirch, what's up with these? Oh, I forgot to mention, these are my compatriots. We have Toro, Captain Ron, and Orin. He's actually one of yous. Yeah, he's a fishy person or whatever. And she kind of like,
Nautilid.
We are Nautilid, Dirch. Yeah, that's what I said, right? And he kind of scratches his like robotic head, and you hear. Fellas, it's on the house. Go, it's on me. Extra, I'll take care of it. So you boys get whatever you want, and yeah, let's just have a good quiet night. But behind Vatya, there is this giant tube. It's this giant, like vat. You could see here. It actually goes from the floor and it goes all the way up through the ceiling, but it kind of, or you don't really know where it caps, but you do know that it hits the top of the ceiling. And it's just kind of sitting there. And inside are these like little, white little tiny orbs floating, but you can't really tell what they are. They're just like bright lights, and they're just kind of floating around this tank.
Would any of us know what that would, like, have any idea of what it could be?
Nope.
Okay.
No clue. You could try to scan it if you want, or you could make any kind of checks that you want, but you guys feel free to take it away.
I'll go ahead and scan it.
Okay, go ahead and roll an intelligence.
There we go.
Oh, that's pretty high. Okay, so you scan it. You pull out your scanner, and you start to scan, and it's not really picking up anything. You're not getting any kind of. There's like a large energy reading, and this tank seems like it just kind of goes for. It's bigger than what you think it is. It goes really far down deep.
Okay.
Real quick, we're going to pause. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, Taro was going to go sit in this back corner, just kind of just with his hands like this, thinking,
Okay.
looking at Vanya every so often.
Let's jump to the medical tent right now. So we're outside. Are you with Spire right now? Spire's currently in the medical tent trying to keep the good doctor alive.
I think I might be, but it's been
Okay.
a while, so I don't remember off the top of my head.
Okay, we'll say that you're with Spire and you're just kind of assisting him, grabbing whatever he needs to try to keep this doctor alive. And Spire, his vitals are falling fast. You could keep him alive. I'm going to have a couple checks for you to do. So the first one's going to be a medicine check. Get above, in this case, get above a 12. Perfect. Or 12 or above. That's perfect.
Do I roll one too?
You could, I'll tell you what, any rolls that you assist with him, I will add it to whatever his roll is. So you can kind of help each other out. Okay, so
Right back.
so yeah, he's pretty stable. You guys are keeping him stable right now. He is there is a couple onlookers that are kind of peeking in the tent, and one of them stops by. It's this little gnome, and he kind of pops in. His name's Jorge, and Jorge has 2 robotic arms, and he's just walking through, and he peeks in the tent, and he's like, "Is he okay? Like, what's going on? Hello? This might be a bad time. I'm sorry, but is there anything I could do to help?"
Hello, little one. Your size may be an effective contribution to what we're performing. Please climb upon my shoulder and let's go to work.
Okay, and he's kind of confused, but he walks over to you anyway, and he starts climbing up, and he sits on your shoulders. And he actually pulls out one of his robotic arms. He lifts his fingers back, and they're like little needles. And he's like, "If you need to inject anything, I could help. Actually inject. I'm actually a doctor. I'm a virologist. So I've always kind of liked Boris here, and just want to help best I can."
Yes, that sounds good. Inject them all.
And you load him up with these different a series of different chemicals. I need you to roll another medicine check, and I'll let you do it with advantage, since you have help from Jorge.
You think my +6 would do better than this, but...
Ooh.
Oh, so
20.
you just load up you're mixing different chemicals, and you just pour something into one of Jorge's fingers, and he like puts it in the neck, and he just all of a sudden wakes up. It's kind of a mix of just like different kind of like chemicals and whatnot. And his eyes pop open, and he's stable, and he's like barely breathing. And he kind of looks over, and he like takes one of his bird arms, and he kind of like pats Arulus's hand. And he looks over at Spire, like his eyes just like really bruised and beat up. "Thank you." Oh. And he's still just hurting. Is there anything else you guys want to do?
Orlace, what do you think we should do?
If he's stable, he needs to rest to recuperate, so I would just continue to monitor his vitals and just keep him as comfortable as possible and let his body do the rest.
Okay, awesome. All right, so he is stable. Jorge said if you guys want to join your compatriots, you guys did really good work. He's going to look after... he will be happy to look over after the doctor for you guys, if you guys want to go to the tavern down the road.
Yes, let's join the rest of the crew.
That's like a good idea.
Okay, so we'll give it a minute. I'll pull some tokens in here. So Arulus, we'll just say it's been a little while. Ron and Orin, if you guys want to just place yourselves wherever in the bar, you're welcome to place yourselves. There are a couple patrons sitting kind of around here. Most of them are like augmented. There's a couple of this is a Vect right here that kind of looks like a human, but like the skin graft part, like they make them try to look as human as possible, but like the skin is kind of like peeled off, and like half of it's like a Terminator looking face. And then you have in this Vect is kind of just serving patrons. Over here you have an elf, you have a dwarf over here, and then you have you have a human. All of them augmented, all of them kind of more like older, and they're 50s, 60s. They're just kind of getting some work done. So you guys take it away.
I'll go sit with Toro. Or near him, yeah. I mean, not that my guy can sit necessarily, but...
You just go stand next to him. Vanya notices that Toro keeps kind of eyeing her.
Yeah,
and she
picking up gaze.
she'll move kind of closer over here, and she'll look at Toro and said, "Is there something I could help you with?" I'm just kind of giving you kind of a word look.
Yeah, he's just like, I don't know. I'm sorry. You look like someone I used to know, and it's just I'm trying to process it.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Well, Dirch actually has you guys. You needed a place to stay. I know he said you were staying with him last night, but I think tonight he just wants to be alone after today and has some things to process. But you're more than welcome to stay here. I don't really have beds or anything, but upstairs is like a storage area. You're more than welcome to just stay the night if you'd like. Just please don't touch the vat. Can I offer you anything to drink or any information, or is there anything I could do for you? Dirch told me you guys are what you guys did, and I appreciate that.
I ask her, is this your I don't want to say hibernation vat, just where you sleep? Like, is this your special vat?
And she kind of laughs. No. This, you're talking about the tank. No, I'll be honest with you. This was here when we got here. And Dirge kind of looks up. He's like, "Yep, been here since we landed. It was this just weird thing sticking out the ground. We thought it looked cool. There wasn't, we assessed there wasn't any radiation coming from it. Just these." It was just like this blue glowing tube, and we just thought it looked cool, and so we built a little tavern around it.
So, DM question here. So does she not have, like, anything, a suit or anything? She's just, like,
nope.
Without?
She's without.
She's just living like that. Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I will say she probably had a suit at one point, but they don't last forever, so...
Yeah, maybe she...
I would say she probably has, like, in the back, she has, like, a pool that she has that she can go sleep in or whatever, but most of the time she's just, like, she is.
Okay. I ask her, because not many people see Nautilids, or Nautilids don't really show their faces. So I ask her, like, so you're comfortable with showing yourself like this, like showing our kind like this?
I mean, I'm honestly surprised to see you. There's not really anything left of our kind. I'm kind of it, so I just don't care anymore. Why should I?
That's a good point. I've kind of gotten the same way. It's been better if, I've been better off. There's been situations where I've needed to remove myself from my equipment, but do you breathe well in this air? Like, have you adapted, or do you still struggle?
It's taken a many years, but I've also had some enhancements, and she kind of looks at you with her robotic eye. It makes it a little easier.
Interesting. I was just curious. So, thank you for answering those questions.
You said you're the last of your kind. What happened to your homeworld?
My homeworld of June was destroyed in a war. My people and this colony, they just couldn't get along ever. And they just went head to head and destroyed each other.
Can I roll a history check to see if I remember the name of the king? LJ, was it LJ's dad? That's the king?
Yep.
Can I roll a history check? I don't physically remember his name. Like, actually.
I figured I'd...
A 9, okay.
I figured, I wouldn't be shocked, I guess, because we don't exist anymore, but I'm shocked more so at that seems like whatever we did there didn't change anything. But also, I don't know that this is a totally different universe yet or not.
We weren't there.
I mean, I figure at least seeing her maybe gives us a hint that like this is a different universe, but
yeah,
still, it seems like wow, like what we did there seems like it didn't change much.
So I'll be honest, this is a peek under the curtain. I'm pretty sure I wrote his name down somewhere, and I don't know where it is. So we're gonna say
I didn't do a good enough check.
We'll just call him King Triton.
I would look at Orin and I would say, I kind of look at him and say, Orin, do you have some kind of like family crest that you would have on you to show her that like you're royalty from your planet? I'm kind of whispering this to him.
No, not necessarily, not anymore.
Okay.
But yeah. So what were we gonna call him?
King Triton. I don't care. He's your dad, LJ. Gosh.
All right, we'll call him Triton.
Papa T.
Yeah,
so, all right.
Added King Triton, I don't care, to memory database.
Oh, okay. So, and I was like, well, it is a shame, and so I guess I say to Toro, seems like what we did there didn't help any, if that's the case. But also, seeing her here, I'm sure, is kind of a shock to us all, and clearly may not be the same.
Well, and she
you remember.
Are you whispering this, or are you just kind of telling him?
Yeah, no, we're whispering.
I was whispering.
Yeah, I would be whispering. Yeah.
She's standing like maybe 5 feet from you. She's like, if you want to try to make it quiet, let's do a yeah, I don't know what
in my mind we're having a private conversation, but if she
it's fine. Well, she's a bartender. She's good at picking up conversations.
I figure she would be. That's fine. I'm cool with that. Yeah.
Okay. She looks over to you and she goes, well, I'm sorry to interrupt. What are you talking about?
It's a long story. It's not worth explaining. It's too complicated. It's better. You're better off not. You're better off not knowing the details. To be honest.
Okay. Okay.
Like you said, you do look like somebody familiar.
Toro looks up and he says, he says, I love you. Wait, I'm sorry. I love to explain everything.
And she looks at you. Roll a like a, I don't know, man. Give me like a persuasion check. I don't know. Charisma. Yeah, give me that's fine. She's like, okay, this is really, whatever's going on sounds interesting. And if it's about my race, I'd be willing to talk about it. I don't really know you, so I can't love you. I don't know. And she kind of gives you kind of a look. No, that's fine. You've had a really long day. The heat gets to some of us. I'm totally understanding. I have half these patrons come in here all the time, telling me all kind of crazy things. So it's okay. You're fine. And she touches your hand. Do you have?
Yeah, she touches my hand. He's blue and he starts like the red in his cheeks kind of light up and he starts turning purple almost because he's like flustered and.
Wait, didn't she give you something, or did that disappear when?
No, I have.
No, he has it. He still has it.
I have it. Yeah. I have it. It's underneath.
She put it in as she passed away. Before she put it in your pocket.
See if she remembers that.
Yeah, I'll bring that up later.
Okay.
And she kind of like slides you over a note with that roll. I'm gonna give this to you. She slides you over the note and she says, "Meet me downstairs, midnight." And she slides it over, and she kind of winks at you and walks away. Let's move over to. I'm kind of curious. Number one, what is Arulace doing? She's just kind of seems like she's kind of scoping out the area. She kind of walks in, just checking everything out. Aurelius, what's going on with you?
I think that's just about right. Like scouting, making sure everything is as calm as needs to be, and just kind of surveying the area for anything that might look suspicious.
Aurelius, roll me a perception roll, please.
Perception.
You see this as you're kind of walking, you see one of the dwarf kind of walk up to the elf in the corner and kind of whisper something. You don't really know what they're saying, but you do notice that dwarf gets up, she walks over, and the dwarf has robotic legs, walks over to this elf with the eyes. This elf has like 2 robotic eyes and like glances over, and she kind of looks at you and then whispers something, and then she walks back over and sits back down.
I don't like that one bit.
Mm-mm. I'll let you think about what you kind of want to do, and then I'll move over to Spire real fast. Spire, it looks like you're next to the other Vect, who's kind of laying out some things. This is the Vect that has half its face gone, and that looks like the Terminator. And it's looking, and it's grabbing utensils, and it has like, it opens its mouth, and it's like a dishwasher. It's kind of takes it out and closes its mouth and like polishes and sets it down. Keeps doing that, like opens its mouth, cleans the...
That's amazing.
And then takes it out, polishes it, sets it down. And it's continuously doing that. And it looks over at you and turns its head. Are you a medical droid?
Are you a cleaning unit?
That is my designation.
That is my designation.
And they look at each other for a split second. And it goes back to cleaning.
Does it need any kind of repairs or anything?
Yes, half its face is gone.
Is there anything I could do, like, medically to help? Is there anyone else in here that might need attention? I feel like I'd just scan and just go to work on whoever needed it. Like, cleaning fish that needs to be kicked off.
Yeah, nobody in there really looks like they need medical attention. It's just half its synthetic face is gone. I feel like that would be more of like a technical ability than more of like a medical one. But if you have like it would be another intelligence check if you want to try to fix it.
I'm really good at intelligence checks.
Oh, that's not bad. So you pull out, you look in your kit and you pull out this like, this little vial, and you push it in your gun and lock it, and you basically like spray it, and it sprays it on its face, and the synthetic skin kind of like reforms and it forms its face. And now it looks even more creepy as it opens its whole mouth, and it's the appearance of like a human. Opens its mouth, shoves a fork in there, and cleans it and puts it down, and looks over. Medical droid, what is your designation? Your unit number.
Current or original?
And it looks at you. Are you not original?
Does not comprehend.
Are you not... And it kind of like malfunctions a little bit. Are you not... Are you not... And it kind of like sparks a little bit. Dirch walks up to you, Spire, and pulls you away, and whistles and gets two of the the elf to walk up and pull the Vect away, and he pulls out some tools and starts working on him. Sorry you had to see that, friend. Oh, by the way, this is a human that's sitting at the bar right here. And he's pretty much normal, except for his fingers are all mechanical. He has mechanical fingers. And he's looking at the... Oh, sorry about that, bud. Hey, Spire, you wanna come have a seat? You've been working your tail off, boy. Well, have a seat and have some a can of spray with me? And he signals for Vanya to pull out another, like this can of WD-40 lubricant, and he hands you a bottle. Would you want some, or?
Yes, that would be enjoyable.
Okay, so he pulls up, sits at the table, and he kind of whistles you. Come on, have a seat, son. Oh, no, not over there. I'm over here. And he kind of waves you. All right, and he slides you over a can, and he looks at you and goes, man, have you thought about any more of our conversation? About your mind? Your wiring? And he kind of clinks at your helmet. Clinks at your head. Tink, tink, tink. You know, no, your brain is still all wired up.
This one is efficient as is.
And he kind of like, and his mouth kind of glows as he laughs. That's not efficiency, son. That's program. I need to figure out how to set you free. You see, I'm free. And he goes, you want to take a peek under the hood?
I'm not familiar with this take a peek under the hood. Please explain in gratuitous detail.
So he will take your hand and pull back, and he looks at what model number are you, son?
Current or former?
What's your original model number? I'm sure you still have some of the same parts.
I don't actually know. Do I have a model number?
Just make one up. Make one up. It's fine.
I'm an S class under the P supervisory role with 1-RE.
One of those P-1-REs. Yep. And he takes your hand and he pulls back your like pinky finger, and it's like almost kind of like a USB drive kind of. And he takes it and he like pulls open his hat and he like pushes open a little compartment and sticks your pinky on there. And all of a sudden, you get this surge of data. I need you to make, I'll say, make a Constitution save. It's a flood of data coming your way. Oh no! It's so much data, it fries you out and throws you back. You're not dead, but it does like fry you and it throws you back. And there's just like, and Dirk goes, uh-oh. And
can we notice this from the bar?
You can make a perception to see. You hear a clunk, but you may not know what actually happens. Yeah, Toro, you turn and all of a sudden you see Spire on the floor, and Dirk just lowers his hat and puts up the thing and whistle, like does his robot whistle and like keeps spraying, plays with his mustache, and he just kind of looks away.
Do you see him on the floor?
Yeah, and he's just like, all of a sudden there's like ones and zeros in his eyes. It's just like the Matrix going on there.
I'll run to him and try to stir him. Spire. Hey,
Yeah,
you okay?
I'll follow.
He's fine. I think he might just need a good old charge. You can you could take him over there to Vanya, do we have any one of those? And she pulls out, she's like, oh, so she pulls out this big, I mean, like the big bulky battery pack and sets it on the bar. Just plug him into this, give him like an hour, he'll be fine.
Wi-Fi jumper cables.
Basically. And so are you guys going to pull him to the bar?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so you pull him to the bar, you guys lay him down on the bar and plug him in, and he goes, let me jump to Ron real fast. Ron, what are you doing?
I was gonna try to get the rest of the crew over here, but it seems like they're all heavily involved with other things that seem highly more important than what I was going to do, so I think I should head over there and make sure new crew member is okay.
Okay.
By new crew member, I mean old crew member that's new to me.
Okay, so you'll kind of pull him in, set him on the bar. And then Arulus, let's jump back to you real fast. Those two are still looking at you. Kind of funny. Sitting in the back. Is there anything you want to do?
I am not liking how all this is happening all at once.
Okay. So this one right here, this dwarf will kind of give you like a dirty look, and then she will walk out And then she kind of like winks at the dwarf, and she'll get up and she'll walk out as well.
Would it be too much to follow them, or best to stick around for now?
You can follow. You can follow.
Okay.
At least they didn't have to shoot first.
That's true. I'd like to follow them, but also implement stealth so that I'm not caught in case.
Okay, roll a stealth check for me. Oh yes. So you pop your head out, and you slowly, and you're going through the streets, just kind of following, and you're just kind of blinking, and you're slowly just looking, and you're just keeping your distance. Let's go to broken in at night. So the rest of you are taken upstairs. Spire, you're back up. You kick back on, but you're not really yourself just yet. You're just like booting. You have that like Windows 97, the old internet boot going on. Yeah, you have dial-up sounds coming out. You guys are now upstairs. They just have you kind of leaning against a couple barrels. The bar kind of closed, and we'll just say that Arulus has been kind of just sneaking around, just listening and waiting, and just from her training, she knows. And once she's back, we'll get it going. So, all right. So you guys are upstairs. It is getting late, and so you guys see that there's like a table. Oh, did I not move the map? Oh, see, look what I did.
I can see it on Twitch. I can't see it.
You guys have to watch Twitch to figure out what map it is. All right, so there you are. So you guys are upstairs. You came up here. There is another stairway, but it's blocked off. You could assume that's like a tiny crawl space. And there's the top of the tank, which does have, we'll say that it does have a glass like canister thing on it. But there's a giant table. She gives you guys a couple like cots to sleep in, but there's not really much up here.
I don't need no stinking cot. I'll take a barrel.
Well, you can take a cup and you'll be fine. So, all right. So, what do you guys want to do?
Yeah, Toro will start setting up his. Is there a clock in the room too?
Not really.
Okay. How is he gonna know if it's midnight?
You gotta figure it out.
Okay.
You got it. Toro just keeps peeking down the.
Tap into the verse.
Every 5 minutes, Toro's head will be like look down the stairs. Toro will keep peeking downstairs.
Toro's gonna set up his cot like right here.
As you guys see, there is like
Gotta stay on it for a little while.
a couple of these like as it gets closer. I'll actually say upon the hour, you notice that some of these like bubbles, these little glowing things start kind of going kind of faster, and they'll hit the top of the tank, but they'll just kind of like dissipate. And they'll just keep hitting the top and then dissipate. Hit the top, dissipate. Spire, at this point, you have woken up and something feels different. It's not a feeling that you don't even know feelings, but you are actually feeling something that you've never experienced before in your life. It's like somebody took the shades, like you had like these blinders on, but then like they just kind of cracked them a little bit. Like you still have the blinders on and it's like dark, but then you could kind of see like glimpses of light. It's a weird feeling that you're just not used to.
All right, I'm going to look very, very weird for a second. I'm going to start crawling around and feeling the floor and kind of touching myself and my armor. And I'm going to get up underneath the table and just like touching a barrel like really hard.
The rest of you, how would you like to react?
I react and I'm like, Spire, are you okay?
Toro says, Spire, what time is it?
Oh, you do have a clock in the room.
I'm just gonna ignore for the most part because it seems like I'm just super into whatever is going on over there, but underneath the table.
He's having like an exorcism moment, like walking on his back, spider crawling on his hands and knees. I don't know what's going on.
Sounds like a droid's version of ecstasy to me.
Are you tripping? Because we don't know what happened. We just saw him on the floor, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't know why he's freaking out like this.
You are just kind of like really freaking out. All of a sudden, Toro, while he's doing that, you hear a noise from downstairs.
Okay. Yeah. Toro will. Yeah, because he's standing by the stairs. He'll start making his way down slowly, stealthily, if he can.
I'll keep the same map, but as you go downstairs, you see Vatya there. She's in a different outfit that's like just a little bit like she was wearing like a longer dress, and now she's wearing more of like a kind of like a shirt, but really like more like leather vesty kind of thing, and like more like not really pants, but like kind of comparable to that, tights, I guess, and basically like very tight pants and like more of like an armor vest with like a white cloth shirt underneath.
Okay.
And she's leaning over and she's looking at a couple like a data pad, and she like whispers in and she's like, "Come see." She kind of like gives you the wink. She winks at you and like has her finger and she kind of like does that, and she takes out an old record player, or the space record help me here, a speckered player, and she puts it on and she puts on some music and it plays like this just little melody on, and she kind of winks at you and like does her finger like this, and she's like, "Come see."
Does my amulet make music? I don't remember.
No, it doesn't make music. However,
it shows them swimming.
It shows them swimming, and she reaches over, and she like kind of pulls you in.
Yeah,
and
Toro was just like, he's like, I didn't know what time it was. I wasn't sure who.
She kind of smiles at you, kind of seductively, and she kind of winks at you. She's like, "It's good." Is your amulet around your neck, like where she can see it?
It's under. No, it's not. It's underneath my like shirt.
Is it glow? It does glow. This is my posture check, Bubble Pop.
Yeah, I think it does glow. So yeah, she might be able to see like a small glow.
She takes her finger and she kind of pokes at your shirt, and she's like, "What's that?"
You see, Toro's just flustered. And he's like, "It's, and he kind of pulls it out. And he's like, it's. We said it was really hard to explain earlier."
And he
kind of holds it up so she can see it.
She grabs it from your neck, or she just grabs it while it's on your neck, and she's looking at it. She knows herself, and her smile kind of goes from a frown, and she will pull it so hard. She kind of pulls you with it. If you want to do a save to prevent yourself from like falling over, you can. Maybe do a deck save. As she like pulls you so you don't like fall and smash your head against the counter.
17.
Okay, so you catch yourself and she rips it off your neck, and then she punches you as hard as she can in the face.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, just take it.
Okay, you're not going to fight back?
The reaction you were hoping for.
All right. You'll take 3 points of damage. She punches you really hard. And she whips out her laser pistol and jumps on the desk and like points it at your face and goes, "Who are you?"
And Toro's just...
And she's breathing heavy and she's just pointing it.
Toro says, "You don't know me, and I don't know you. Follow the track. Me and my team came from another universe, maybe. We came through some kind of wormhole, and I knew you did. and there, but it's hard to explain.
Roll a persuasion check. And she has a... Oh. She's going to shoot you in one of your legs.
Okay.
And it's going to hurt.
Do we hear this going on?
No, all you can hear is music downstairs, and you're like, oh, that sounds like it's a really good date happening downstairs.
Okay.
You're going to take 6 points of damage. It hits you pretty hard in the leg. Yeah,
Golly.
6.
Okay, I am like, wait. Why are you shooting me?
And she aims at your other leg. Now, I want the truth. You're not making any sense.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't make any sense. The last time I saw you, you were hitting a button in a wormhole and you saved our team.
And she holds the necklace and she holds it out to you. She goes, I don't know you. And she could kind of see tears coming from her face.
I know.
I don't understand.
I
thought you were going to say, that's my purse after that.
Pocket sand.
Toro is crying at this point. He says, I don't know you either. I'm sorry. You're kind of like a ghost to me right now, and I don't really know how to react.
She will do an insight, and since you're being truthful, I'm just gonna do I'll do an insight check against you. And she rolls. She's gonna realize she's gonna put the gun down. I'm sorry. I think your robot friend could patch that up.
I hope so. And she stands up.
She looks at you and she takes she said, I'm going to keep this. She puts it in her pocket. You don't get this back. And
that's fine.
I want you and your friends to get out. This is too weird. This is too weird. You're talking about knowing me and not knowing me, and you said at the bar you loved me. You know, I thought that was weird, and I dropped it, but this is not making any sense, and
I told her it wasn't going to make sense.
So I stopped her. I say, have you been alone since you got to this planet?
At this point in time, she is full. She is crying.
Okay, yeah.
And she sits down on the stool and just bawls.
Okay. I will I say, okay, I'll tell my team that we have to leave. I'm sorry. And you see him just start walking up the stairs.
Okay.
He walks back in, and I don't know.
You are Toro. You are limping up the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not nothing that can't be fixed. It was just she's a really good shot, and she grazed you. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Toro walks upstairs and he's like, hey guys, I'm sorry, but we gotta go. And he's like holding back tears and stuff.
He's like, I'm just picturing Toro right now. And guys, we need to leave.
George Michael Walker.
Yeah, this is George Michael Walker. He falls to the floor, face first, and he's like, "We gotta leave, guys."
Spire, at this point, I'm gonna leave it up to you. Would you still be freaking out, or are you getting yourself together?
I would think, since, my background is purely medical, if I saw someone still hurt, I would kind of crawl out and come help, almost like I'm fascinated, like I know this, I can do this puzzle. I'd almost like dabble a little while I'm messing with and sewing up and stitching. I'd just like take a little bit of blood and like rub it in my fingers and just act weird about it, but still batch them up.
So you are caught between programming, and the shackles that you have been knocked. They're not free, but they've been knocked pretty hard. There's a crack in them. So your metaphorical shackles. And so you're repairing him, and you guys kind of gather your stuff and you leave. Aurelius, are you back? Andrea, are you back?
Here.
Okay, so let's jump to you. You are outside. Let's go to our city streets here. Give me a second. Right here. Rum Tum Town at night. So you were like right here. And these two figures are like running. You see them kind of, you're still a ways. They've been kind of walking slow. They've been sitting down talking. It's been a while. It's been a couple hours, but you're still just kind of like observing from the shadows. You know something is weird. And you see them walk into this last building right here. And there is like the windows opening. What would you like to do?
Am I able to see through the windows or make any kinds of observations like up closer?
Yeah, as you walk to the windows, you hear some shuffling, and you hear a noise, and you kind of peek your head in, and you see a lot of the town's members, like not anybody specifically you could recognize, but you see a lot of the different townies in there, and they're just kind of having like this private meeting. And the dwarf stands up and she goes, "Well, I think Dirch has marched marbles. The colonel had us. He had us protected." And a couple of them are like, "Whoa, but Marlene, just chill out. I mean, calm down." No, I'm not going to calm down. The colonel protected us, and now he's got him locked up? No. And Dirch, stupid robot, thinks he's in charge? No. Well, it's not happening. We're taking this back. We're taking this town back. Let's gather up, and we'll take them. We'll take these new people. We'll take them out, and then we'll take their ship. I'm sure they have some goodies on there. And that a lot of the members are just shaking their heads. They're like, "Yeah, that's a good idea. Marlene, yeah." And then Marlene goes, "And I'll be in charge." And everybody's like, "We'll see about that." You hear that from the crowd. "We'll see about that." And she goes, "Whatever. No. Anyway, she points to a couple of them. You break the colonel out. Go check on him, make sure he's okay. Let's keep him locked up for now. I'll take care of that robot." And so they kind of nod. Aurelius, they are starting to walk out of that door. What are you doing?
I want to follow those two that were sent to the colonel.
Okay, as you remember, the colonel is in this building.
Okay.
So I'll say you'll duck behind one of the side streets and have them walk, and you just kind of follow them up to this building. All of a sudden, as you are walking, you see something very bright from the sky. It's almost like a shooting star, but it goes really, really fast above, and it's getting like really close to the town. And could make a perception check for me. Oh yeah, you know it's a ship. A ship is coming really, really fast, rips through the sky, and you guys hear a loud crash. The two guys that were going to go check on the colonel, like, freak out and just take off running the opposite direction. A couple of the patrons that weren't, like, bad, they kind of peek up their heads out and they're like, "What is going on?" There's just like this kind of ripple, and you guys see this like boom, hear this giant like boom in the background. Everybody in the bar, I will say, you guys come walking out of the Broken Arrow. Vanya is gonna come walking out as well, and she'll just kind of look up. Dirch will be right behind you guys. You guys see Aurelius just kind of standing there across the street. Dirch comes along. "What was that? Aurelius, any ideas? You were out here. What are you doing out here?"
"I've got a lot to tell you, but first we need to investigate that ship."
It was a ship?
It was a ship.
And his mouth kind of drops. "Oh, okay. All right. A ship? Okay, okay. Okay, and he kind of looks at y'all. Are y'all good to come with me and check that out? That's something we've never seen before. I mean, we don't normally get to see them when it's like this. Usually we just find them.
Toro kind of speaks and said, "Church, it's been a long day. I don't know if I could do this right now."
Anybody takers? I need takers. Anybody?
I'll be going.
Arulus? Anybody else?
I'll go.
All right, Orin, Captain, you're in or out?
I'm in. Always.
Robot?
Who else is going to breathe the air?
And you're just kind of like sitting there like tweaking out like this. Are you all right, buddy?
Yes, the colors, they don't come and go. They stay, and then they leave. And I'm not here, but you are.
He'll walk up to Toro real fast, and he'll walk up to Vanya. He looks at, all right, I need you two to kind of hold down the fort, because things aren't looking so well. People are kind of freaking out with the colonel. There's a lot of tension. Just, can you guys hold? And Vanya kind of like shakes her head. She's like, all right, Dirch, I got it.
Yeah, I'll say, yeah, I'll be in your tent, and I'll go do start a trance in his tent while they're gone, so I can get all my spell slots and stuff back.
Okay. All right, so you guys jump in the hover car with Dirch, and you guys take off. So we will say, and I know, Andrew, you have to leave in just a second. So Dirch will have you kind of just drive the car, and he'll just kind of get you to hang out and watch the car. But you guys pull up. You guys start to get closer. Do you guys all see the ship in the middle?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and pull. You guys go ahead and pull your tokens in, but we'll say you guys aren't truly there just yet. Okay.
I can't remember, did I stay or did I go?
You're coming. So you're here. I got you, fam. And then Dirch is going to come as well. Arulus, we'll have you here. Okay, so you guys pull out with the car, and you guys see the ship is on fire. And Dirch Dirch tells Arulus, he's like, slow down. And he looks over, he goes, oh no. So did I tell y'all about the radiation pops that's on this planet and why we're in the oasis? He points over to where the ship is, or like in the direction of where the ship crashed. He goes, that's outside the zone. Oh goodness. Okay. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Thank you for that gifted sub, Orange Me. I appreciate that. You're going to make it really interesting tonight. So he kind of points, and he, well, that's not part of the oasis. Do you guys know why we settle at the oasis, right? Because of the radiation. That's a radiation zone. The ground there is unstable, it's unpredictable. But there might be folks in there, so it's up to you. We can go check it out, we could turn back.
I believe my suit can withstand radiation at a level that may be helpful. I can take a look and scout in there if you need me to.
Well, that'd be mighty fine. I'd like that. Thank you. And so he will. You guys kind of pull up, and there's these you guys see these like pockets are popping up, and the sand kind of pulls in a little bit, and this like heat bubbles pop out, like almost these lava bubbles. And as it crashes down, the sand turns to glass around it because it's so hot. And it just forms these like pockets of like heat and radiation just kind of like spill over and hit the ground. You guys see the ship is this ship is like kind of stuck in the sand. There's like supplies kind of scattered out all over. Dirge kind of looks over to you. He looks over to Ron. He goes, Captain Ron, I don't want to risk your men. This is going to be dangerous. It's your call if we're going to do this.
Well, sounds like it has to be done to properly assist all of your people, and
he looks and he goes, Captain Ron, I don't make the best choices sometimes, but there are supplies that we could use scattered around the area. I don't know how what you thinkers, whatever, like to, I don't know what kind of morally decision, but does Vec don't have, we have live or die situations. If you think it's right if we take some of these supplies?
Oh, nobody else is using them? If they're going to assist us? Doesn't even seem like the original owners are still here.
He turns to Arulus. Arulus, I need somebody. Is it okay can you get the speeder prepped?
I can have it ready.
I appreciate that. And Andrea, thank you for coming on and hanging out with us tonight.
Thank you.
So,
appreciate it.
Arulus is going to stay with the speeder ready for it to go. Dirge says, he pulls out his rifle. He says, well, I'll take care of this. I don't know if any of you are sharpshooters. And he prepares it, but I'll cover you, all right? You guys just move on down. Captain Ron, you're in charge, bud. And he kind of like gives them a like wink with his eyes. As you guys kind of approach the sand dunes, you hear a noise. Something, you hear a young woman screaming and hollering, and she's trying to she's on the ship. There's a couple of people, and she's yelling. She's like, come here, come here, come here, hurry. And she's like pulling some of her other friends out of this wreckage. And all of a sudden this like noise, it sounds like this hiss pop starts moving out of the sand. And it's this, let me share with you guys. It is a collector vat. And the young woman screams as this collector vat takes these giant needles and pokes it in the head of the young woman, and takes his little tentacles and grabs her and like wraps around her really, really tight until it like drops her, and then puts her body to the side. Orange Me, give me an impression you want me to do. You notice that the collector vat is green. It's a weird like greenish reddish color. It's kind of weird, but as it takes this woman and she's like passed out, it actually puts her into the vat, and she's just kind of like floating in there. Her body's floating. And and as the collector vat does that, that's my best Sylvester Stallone impression. Thanks, Bubble Pop. As you guys notice, this young woman that was in the collector vat, she is screaming, or she's not screaming, but she is actually like the liquid in there is like starting to change her skin, and it's forming, her eyes turn black, and it's like forming this like these just, it's kind of like blue markings all over her face, and her face is becoming more robotic and synthetic as it goes, and it's turning into the husk creature that you guys have saw before, and it's going to spit out one of the husk, and the collector vat's going to grab the next person, and it's going to like knock it out, like inject it with the stuff, put it in itself, and the other person wakes up screaming and turns into these husk-like creatures. These are for, you could thank Bubble Pop Phantom and Orange Me for these additional enemies. They are now 2 husk as well as the collector vat. There's a couple other people that are sitting on the ship, and they're noticing that this is happening. And these husk are just kind of like moving along, kind of zombified. Let me pull in some tokens just so we can have them. Give me just one quick second.
I want to yell to the group too. I'm be like, everything looks fine.
How many runes am I getting off of these?
This is nothing. We'll be good. I agree.
And we'll have, I'll just say,
Which one are the bad guys?
all right,
That's bad.
right there. So here's our 2 husk. And there are people, let me go ahead and just put, this is just be a random. Thank you guys. I appreciate you, Bubble Pop and Orange Me for the subs. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. And I say guys, I mean like, male, female, whatever. That's just what I do.
Gender neutral guys.
Gender neutral guys, bros, all you bros.
You gotta explain that one down south here.
Yeah, I'm from down south. Everybody's guys. Y'all.
Everybody's y'all.
Y'all. Okay, sorry guys. I'm just pulling in. I love gender neutral guys.
Don't worry.
Okay, so we have a person here and a person. These are probably the worst examples. My pronouns are corn and kernel. So they're on top of the ship, and there's about 2 left. So it's up to you guys if you want to fight them or not. Dirch will provide sniper cover, but you guys also have to be aware that these right here, they're starting to spread. And this thing is starting to approach.
Okay, so there's a lot of radiation here, you said?
Oh yeah, it's pretty intense. Ron, do you know? I'll kind of leave it to you. Do you know if your race would be okay with radiation? I mean, you're just a goop, so you're the only one.
Certainly would be. Again, like there's no flesh to mutate. There's no bones to break.
Okay.
The Dark Matter book pulled up right now. I'll see if it says anything about it.
Okay. For now, we'll just say that
It doesn't specify that they are not affected by radiation, but it's also one of those that is kind of a discretionary thing, I'd assume.
Okay, I need everyone to roll initiative, except for Toro, and Toro will get to you. Okay, so let me make sure I got it right. So first up is Dirch, then the Collector Vat, then Husk number 1, Spire, Ron, Husk number 2, and Orin. Is that it? Did I miss anybody? I think I got everybody.
Hey, I put the Amoeboids something in their bio from the handbook in the chat. So if y'all want to read that.
Okay. If you want to take a look at it. All right. So first up is going to be Dirch. Dirch is going to immediately look out. I think from where he's sitting, he is going to look at the biggest enemy and take a shot. And plus, now I go, did I give Dirch a character sheet? I'm pretty sure I did. Yes, I did. I always think ahead. Okay, so he is going to use his carbine, and he's going to take a shot, and I'm going to roll in chat for Dirch. And that is a hit on the big guy, and that's 11 points of damage to the big thing. And you guys hear the gunfire. It's up to y'all. The collector vat's gonna actually, it's the round is actually gonna hit the collector vat, and it's gonna scrape the glass, but not really break it, but it's gonna crack it a little bit. And the collector vat turns in the direction of our group, and I should say it's not really a he. It is going to hover 30 feet. Oh, nope. Oh my gosh. Stop. There we go. He's gonna go over here. So the couple on there are on top. The cadets are screaming their heads off. And that is the end of its turn. The husk is also gonna husk number 1 is gonna move over this way. Right behind the collector vat. Spire, you are up.
Alright, first thing I'm gonna do is I'll cast... Where's... Come back up here. I'm gonna cast Warding Bond on my Captain, oh Captain. And you're gonna get +1 AC while you're within 60 feet of me. You have resistance to all damage. Anytime you take damage, I also take the damage, though. So,
Well, don't worry. I will be resisting the I will be resisting and then have the resistance, so that works out. And my camera totally froze, so I make sure just to stare right at it and have it freeze that way.
Okay.
and then I'm gonna move towards the peeps. And I'll end my turn there.
All right. Next up is Captain Ron.
What did we decide upon me and radiation?
I'm gonna say you don't take it.
Okay, so I could just walk right through this.
Now, your goop, if you get too, I would say don't get too close to the...
Go around it at least.
Yeah, don't get too close because it will start to kind of melt you a little bit, but I'll say you won't take any, like, negative health effects. Toro, I think, honestly, you would be the only one that would take some really bad effects, so...
Yeah, I'm glad I stayed back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ron's gonna end up being one of those like the blown glass sculptures. See at the ball.
Movement followed by some lovely rage. So I rage against this machine. And I'll just keep track.
You're so trendy. Gosh.
I'm also so trippy over my own sloppy feet.
Oh no. So I will say the heat kind of like gets you and you go to swing, and because you are really close to it, your wrenchinator melts through your hand and hits the sand, and you're just like, oh man.
No thumbs today.
All right, so the next one, number 2
All thumbs.
will run up and take its place next to the collector vat and like scream as they're going. All right, next up is Orin.
Okay, let me see here. Where did my... Oh, there it is. Okay, I got 30 feet of movement. Okay. Okay. I'll move. Well, let me see. Let me go. I got a better idea. I'm gonna go this way right here. And I'm going to take a shot at the collector thing with my ion cannon. 19 hit.
That is a hit.
Ooh, okay. Let's see. I need to double check what overcharge does. Let's see. Ability improves.
Uh-oh.
Additional die of damage.
Oh no. I lost my collector vat. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
It disappeared. It's actually behind the...
I killed it already. No, just kidding.
Yeah. Oh, where my collector vat disappeared to?
Didn't even make a move and I killed it.
Yeah, just did it. Congratulations. Hold on. I'm gonna drag another one in there. Hang on.
I just looked at it and like, bye-bye. I'm just kidding. Alright. Okay, let me go back to... Okay. So it'd be 7 damage.
It's gotten huge.
The collector?
Yeah, it got bigger. Oh, there we go.
Let's see, and then an additional... An additional D6, I believe. Let me see.
think it was...
So, 9 damage.
Okay. What was the first... Do you guys remember what the first hit was? Sorry. I didn't mean to make my other collector vat disappear.
11.
11? Okay.
Yeah.
Actually...
Yeah, 11 necrotic
It got
is what
bigger!
it's on here.
And then let me pull it down just a little bit. There we go. It's pretty... I mean, it is already pretty big. It's pretty big. Oh my gosh. Sometimes roll funny. Oh my god.
Funny. That's not a. That's an apt description.
Roll funny is... I'm just gonna move the ship because I keep accidentally clicking into it.
Funny.
Okay, so what's the damage, LJ?
9.
9 points of damage. Okay.
Yep.
All of a sudden, you see the ship just get up and move on its own, for no reason whatsoever. Okay, sorry, I was just putting in some information that I should have included earlier. Okay, we're good. Okay, so, folks at home, you guys are seeing how the sausage is made right there. Okay.
They're also looking at like all the scars on my head.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, y'all are seeing this, and like if you're not paying attention to chat, this means absolutely nothing to you all.
Oh my
What
gosh.
you were doing.
A car fell on my head, so I'm showing the scars on my head.
Okay, so Dirch is going to go ahead and take a shot. He's going to aim for one of the wraiths. He saw that pop up. And that is a hit. And that is 11 points of damage his carbine does. He's a really good shot. Okay. Alright, next up is the Collector Vat, who is going to move closer to Ron. And he is going to attack. He's pretty big. Enough to fit a whole humanoid creature in it. He is going to give you a quick scan, and it kind of gives the whole battlefield a scan. And he is going to take his he's going to take a syringe. He's going to try to syringe you, and fling it at you. For 15, is that a hit? Or excuse me,
It's actually a miss now.
it's a miss. Okay, he's gonna take a second.
Because
Second.
+1.
He's gonna take a second syringe and he's gonna make another attack. Oh my gosh! And he misses both. You're too goopy for him. You're just too goopy. How dare you? Okay.
He doesn't know how to react to the goop.
The
Just yells, "I'm helping!"
The other wraith is going to run over to the closest target, which is Ron, because he's like, maybe it's just the DM that's doing that. Trying to take Ron out. Just kidding.
Being goop, you could just be 90s Gak.
Yeah. All right. That's two. That's a 22.
Yeah, that one still hits.
Okay.
+1 didn't give me that far.
Okay. Let's see.
And what type of damage is it?
It is going to be bludgeoning damage here.
We'll resist.
Okay, so that's his first attack. He's gonna make 2. So
That's fine. How much damage?
hold on, let me roll the second attack. The second attack is gonna miss. I rolled poorly. He is going to. It's 7 points of damage, but for you, I think it's what, 3? Is it 3?
That comes down to 1.
Well, it's 7, and I rounded it. I halved it.
And
So-
half
He has
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh dang. Okay, I want you to make a Constitution saving throw for me. Okay, you saved it. All right. That's really good. All right, Spire, you're up. Spire pulling the robot. Is that what's happening? This is Spire the whole time.
I'm all support and pretty much nothing else. So I'm trying to figure out what I can do that's not support. So I'm kind of coming into myself, and I really don't know. I know I'm good at healing, but I don't know if I'm good at fighting. So I'm about to find out. So I'm going to rush next to my captain, and I'm going to attack the husk.
Okay. It's a big day for Spire.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
16 to hit with my void shackles.
That is a hit. And a whole 4 damage. All right. Is there anything else?
Every number counts.
Yeah, it does. All right. If not, Ron, you're up.
Yeah. Let's do this. This time, pick back up the Wrenchinator. Wing back at the stupid thingy. It can't hit me, but can I actually try to hit it this time?
That is a hit. So you goop back up your Wrenchinator, and you take a swing, and you're taking it at the Collector Vat, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, so you swing at the Collector Vat, and it kind of knocks it a little bit, and some of the wiring is kind of damaged on it. All right, and anything else?
Hold on. Yes. I think I'm going to go ahead and just go full frenzy on this thing, too.
Oh, okay.
Extra attack. I'll take some exhaustion. I'm pretty sure we're finally going to rest after this, as it's getting late.
Red goop mode.
I was already raging. Now I'm frenzied.
That's a miss.
You're red.
Oh, that's fine.
Wait, your things are killing me over there. That's hilarious. All right.
You're hot and spiky.
So the you frenzy once. So the other wraith is gonna run towards Orin. Seeing that Orin is popped up, it's gonna like screech and run towards you, and gonna make 2 attacks. The first one is a 11, but the second one is a 22.
Ouch.
Okay.
That hits.
All right. So.
Ouch wasn't enough.
Yeah. All right. So that's going to be. I have so many things on. I have so many like tabs up on the screen right now. That is going to be 5 points of damage, but I need you to make a DC saving throw, please. Oh, okay. You saved. So it does take a slice at you, and then screams. Orin, it is your turn. Time for you to retaliate.
Oh yeah, throwing him back. Okay. I am going to knock him back with my ballistic gloves. And then does that hit?
That is a miss. No, it's a miss.
Dang. I don't think I can do anything else.
All right, we're gonna go over to Dirch, but before we do that, we're gonna jump back over to the town real fast, and I'll keep you guys on the screen, but I'll have Toro and Vatya, and okay. Toro, you're with Vatya, and she's just kind of have her head in her hand. She's like, "Oh, Toro, it's Toro, right?"
I'm just in the corner, like doing in my trance. Like, I'm semi-conscious. I kind of know what's happening, but, like, I'm just kind of on my knees, like, just sitting with my sword in my hand, like the hilt, and just holding it.
All of a sudden, she looks back. How deep of a trance are you at? Like, can it be broken pretty easy?
Yeah, I can get up. I just don't get the benefits of the rest if I don't do it for 4 hours.
So all of a sudden, you are startled awake, and Vutney's like shaking you awake. She's like, "Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up!"
Hey, and you see him. I grip my sword.
We haven't. You're the only one I could trust. The colonel's out. I don't know what to do. And she's like upset. She takes her gun out and she's like, hope that ship of yours could run. And she goes, she points at you. She goes, how many weapons do you have? And you don't even know what's going on. You have no idea what's going on. She is just like in a panic, like get her weapons ready and like her eye, she like adjusts the setting on her eye and it like glows to like a night vision mode.
Yeah, I look and I say, I just have this, and I show her just the hilt of the sword.
She grabs you by the shirt collar and pulls you out, but like tells you to hush, and she like pulls you out of the tent towards the back, and like she like points and like shh, and like points, and you see
how long has it been?
It's been like maybe an hour or two.
Okay.
This is happening around the same time that their stuff is happening. So you see the townsfolk, and they are pretty ticked off. They have like weapons. They're coming to like start torching the town. Attica is happening. The colonel comes out. He's like, somebody bring me that stupid bird. And his face is now like looking like a husk, like from what you've seen. Like most of it's like this blue like wires. His eyes are like a different color blue. And they bring Jorge wheels out the bird, and he's like, yes sir. And he brings him out and like pushes the cart, and the bird's like hurting, and Vatya, like her hand is over her mouth because she knows what's about to happen. And I have a little bit left here. And the colonel walks over him and somebody else hands him a weapon, and he puts it to the bird and pulls the trigger and kills the doctor. And he looks over, he goes, where's that stupid robot and the mothers? And they're like, they kind of point towards Dirch's tent.
The poor doctor clocked out.
And she's like, what do we do? We got to get out of here. We got to go.
I say, do you have anything we can ride on? Because it's not a easy trek to the ship.
Dirch has the only car. And she kind of looks around. She's like, oh, we got to go. We just got to run.
Yeah. No, we have to go on foot.
So you guys start running through the buildings, and she goes, one quick thing. We have to go stop by the inn. There's something I have to take care of. Okay. So we'll jump back over. There's chaos happening.
I have a question about, did Spire heal me any?
Yeah, he did. You can add,
Okay, so like what?
Spire, if you want to roll for it, just to do like a heal.
I'm at 11. If I get in a fight, it ain't gonna be good.
What do you want me to roll?
When you healed, whatever you're healing
a little bit.
Yeah, what was your whatever healing thing that is? I don't know what ability you'd use.
Or you just patch me up.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
there you go.
All right, so 3 points of damage. Okay, so we're back to the fight. Dirch is going to, he's going to take a sniper, and he's going to take another shot towards the husk next to Orin, for 14, which is sorry, I rolled that. I rolled a regular hit there. Let me go Dirch. Let me just roll it from this to be consistent. That is a hit. Wow, Dirch is really good. And this husk is going to take 9 points of damage. All of a sudden, Toro, the husk in front of you, gets shot, and his jaw comes off. There you go. Dirch is a crack shot.
Not me. Who are you talking to?
Oh, not Toro. I'm sorry. Orin.
Okay.
The collector vat is in front of both of you now. So Spire and Ron, So it's going to take one of its tentacles and it's going to shoot it out towards Spire. For oh my gosh, I am not doing well. For an 11, and then
You're doing just fine.
Yeah.
No.
I want you to do well.
Now this thing is supposed to be like a. Oh my gosh, I am rolling. I'm retiring these dice. These dice are getting
No,
retired.
don't retire them.
I
Stay out.
Keep going with them. They're doing great.
They're both a miss.
Shoot them.
I missed.
I know how this needs to be decided. Let the viewers at home decide whether or not they should be retired.
Yeah.
Do a poll.
Not these corny viewers. Just kidding. I love you guys. They're like, oh, we're gonna leave this. We're leaving this now. So I'll go with the other wraith. It's going to attack Spire. Part of the crop. So that is going to hit for a 23. Spire. And you're going to take some damage. I'm just assuming that hits. You're like, no, it doesn't.
No, of course not. My AC is literally 40.
All right. Oh my gosh. A 3. You take 3 points of damage from the husk. He is going to make a second attack against you, and a 21. I'll just give you total damage next time. So that's 6, so a total of 9 points of damage. And can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Very nice.
Oh yeah.
Have at thee.
All right, you save. All right, and speaking of which, it is your turn next.
All right, I'm gonna look really confused and like look inward to myself. I think to myself, what is this power? And you're gonna see something looks familiar to you guys, but for me, it feels almost like new as I pull out a gigantic void javelin out of space and time and toss it at this little bitty husk. As is tradition, right? We use the big powerful move on the little guys. Is that not how it works? I think I know how to play D&D.
That reminds me when I massively divine smited somebody.
Wow.
Like a few HP.
Yes, that is definitely a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Oh wait, no. Sorry. Did it?
You're looking at the Constitution save.
Oh, where's the... Sorry, I looked up thinking it was... Here, you can hold...
I have to make this manually, old school.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was looking... I thought that was the rule. That's what I get for, like, looking really fast. You obliterate this thing. That husk is gone. So you like this. You said, what was it? A giant like spike?
Yeah, it says you stretch
now
the
is
void
it-
stuff into a crackling spear of energy, which you hurl toward a creature you can see within 60 feet.
And you,
Sounds like the Lance of Longinus.
yeah. Tell me how. Tell us. You kill this thing. You spike it through, and the husk just like disappears.
Yes, I scream gallantly, I am the void.
You are the
And
boy.
it looks like I don't. It looks like I don't know how to use it actually. As I like throw my hand
creepy.
down, and it just kind of slowly just like crackles and then hits it, and I'm like, yes, I meant for that.
You are the boy. Okay.
All right. So, Ron, you were up.
Move around back. Leave some lovely space, just in case Spire would like to move up at some point. Get some good flanking going, but in the meantime, a Wrenchinator to one side and a Wrenchinator to the other. Doing absolutely nothing.
You go to swing, and this thing kind of like hovers up, and you swing underneath it, and it like floats back down. Not too happy with you. Is there anything else?
I am good, because I'm pretty sure it might try to come after me again.
Oh, it will. So next up is the Husk. It's going to turn to Orin. It's going to make another attack for you, and that is the first attack is a 21. The second attack is a 20.
Both hit.
Okay. That's going to be 7 points of damage. I need you to make another Constitution save.
Oh, DC?
Yeah.
I did a dex save before.
Oh, no. Sorry. It's supposed to be a Constitution save.
Oh. Okay.
That's okay.
Constitution.
Okay.
No!
Yes. Okay, I've been waiting for this to happen. Okay, so you failed. So it hits you so hard you are knocked back. The air is actually drawn from your lungs, and on your next turn you have disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws.
So my suit's malfunctioning, basically. From that hit.
Yeah. Now your suit itself, according to this, your suit itself will not be damaged. It's not going to impact any technology on your suit, but yourself, it hit you so hard it knocked you back. So.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Orin, you are up.
All right. Let's see if I can actually hit him this time. If not, I'm running out of. Yeah. Let's see. Try to go with my ballistic gloves again. Did that hit?
That is. Oh, you have to. You're at disadvantage, too. So.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Well, we take the lowest. So no, that was a. No. I'm sorry. That is a hit. No. You're right. It's a hit. Go ahead and roll. Yeah. And oh no, you have to hit the name ballistic gloves for it to.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
That's okay. You hit it, and you like.
Terrible.
You go to get up.
So bad.
You go to punch it, and you barely do anything. Sorry, you were actually.
I think you need my shirt now.
This is so bad.
So, Dirt's looking in his weapon, sees the. He's gonna like kind of aim higher, but before we do that, we're gonna jump back over to Vanya and Toro. You guys are.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the chat.
Gosh, this is so great. So
Part of the crowd.
Part of the. So you guys are running through the town. I need you to, Toro, to make a stealth check for me. And I will roll for Vanya.
A 9, because I'm in heavy armor. I have disadvantage.
They're not going to see you immediately, but they're going to start coming. They know that you're at the tent, and someone's going to throw... they have like a Molotov cocktail. They're going to start chucking them towards like the noise. I need you to make an agility save. An agility, not a save.
Them, right?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. So you're gonna make an agility check.
Acrobatics.
Yeah, acrobatics. Sorry.
Okay.
I'll say that's enough. You dive out of the way. You're behind the tent. They're throwing it in front. You are diving out of the way, and they are coming that way. And some of them are shooting. The colonel is pointing. And he is yelling, "Find them and kill them!" And so
they see me.
They don't. They know they heard something in that direction. So they heard you and Vanya also both failed that. So they heard something in the direction. So you are diving behind some of the back alleyways, and it's all sand too. So you are just like trying to hurry up, busting in doors, going through buildings. Y'all are rushing through, and we'll get back to the action here with Dirch McGurch as he takes his shot towards the Wraith. That is a hit, and oh wow! So the Wraith in front of you, Orin, actually gets hit and explodes in front of you. So he is defeated.
Praise whatever god Orin believes in, because I am free.
Now we're gonna move over to the. Where did it? Sorry, guys. Switched pages on me here.
Oh, do you still have people that need to be rescued?
Yeah, they are watching this on the entire time, like hugged together, like scared. And remember that an attack, when you're in D&D, usually combat situations are happening within seconds. So like,
1 round is 6 seconds.
Okay.
exactly. So it's going really fast. It's not like you guys they've just been sitting there for like an hour. So the
NPCs.
Encounter lasts less than a minute.
all right. So the collector vat is going to make another attack. Finally, I hit. So it's a 24. And then against you with its syringe. Let's see. All right, that is going to be... I cannot see. It's so dark in here. That's going to be 6 points of damage, and then you could take whatever. And then I'll need you to make a Constitution saving throw. 6 points of damage, and then whatever the how it's divided out, Ron. Is that like 3 plus the
6, 3, 1.
And then I need you to make a saving throw.
Another Constitution saving throw. Okay.
You need at least a 14. Oh, okay, you save. Awesome. All right, and that
Taken 2 damage this combat. And don't forget, Spire, to remember how much damage you're supposed to take.
I'm gonna have to throw harder enemies at y'all because you are just ripping through my enemies. All right, Spire, you're up.
I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring, so this is nice compared to that. So you're good.
Easy compared to Elden Ring.
Just keep it that way.
All right, I'm gonna run up to the vat and start our nice little what'd you say, flanking of it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm inside of it now, inside the tentacles, as you can see on the...
Okay. So go ahead and make your attack.
And is it still, like, flying? Are we able to reach it to hit it?
It's low enough. It dodged a couple of Ron's attacks earlier, but it's low enough where you can reach it.
So I'm just gonna punch at it like look like I know what I'm doing. Like I'm gonna try to punch the tentacles like I'm boxing. Nothing but air.
Yeah, you are not really good. You're still trying to figure out yourself, and it's not going well. Ron, you're up.
Sweet. Well, let's see if anybody can take a wild guess what I'm going to do.
Wrenchinator.
Hashtag
Do the same thing every round.
hashtag Wrenchinator. That is a miss. Both of them are misses.
That's sad.
All right, Orin, you're up.
Wrenchinator needs an upgrade.
It does.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm realizing that combat is not going to work very well for me right now. So I'm going to go see if I can rescue those people and get them back to our vehicle.
Okay, as you do that, I'm going to need you to make a dex save for me.
Okay, I'm going to go... Here's where I want to go. Like right here.
Because as you approach the sand... as you approach, I'll say you're right here, right?
That's where I was going to go, yeah. I was going to go all the way up to where you just put all that. But,
as you run up, your feet dig in the sand as you notice the sand... Oh, wait, did you make the save yet?
I gotta make a save. Not yet.
Oh, man, please don't fail this save.
Oh, jeez.
This will not go well for you if you don't make the save.
Alolan Piccolo needs to make this save. Oh, I have a 4 at proficiency, so let's...
Oh, okay, I'm glad you did, because I didn't like the other thing I was going to do. So you dig your heels in the sand as above you stands the sand starts to like cave in all of a sudden, and this flame shoots out and like kind of throws you back. You will go prone, but you didn't take any damage from it, and it throws you back about.
I don't want to take any damage.
It'll throw you back about 5 feet. Let's go back to Dirch. He's going to take another shot because Dirch is awesome. He's going to take another shot at the big guy here. Alright. Yeah, Dirch is just killing it tonight. He's also like, I buffed him up like a lot, but so he's gonna take damage or give damage to the vat. Oops. Okay, and next up, the vat is going to do something a little different. He is going to try to make a grapple on Ron. And I know Ron is a goop, so this is kind of a special situation. He has his little tentacle, his tentacle has a syringe on it, and he's going to try to grapple you by sticking his tentacle in you and, like, sucking you into it. So it's going to be kind of weird there, but I'm going to need you to make a save. Let me see. Bounce inside the vat, the creature can't breathe. Okay.
X.
I'm trying to think of what is probably the best here. Yeah, we'll do a dex. I'll let you try to dodge it. How about that? Since it's kind of weird for you. Oh, okay. That's definitely a save. So you go.
It just kind of goes right for me, and instead of dodging, I just kind of open up a hole. It just goes right into the hole of nothing.
All right, I need you to do it again. He's going to take another attack at you, doing the same thing. Okay, that unfortunately does not make it. He will suck you up into his tentacle, into the syringe, and you are now sucked through this tube, and you're in this same vat. However, I'll say that like this, because you're not like a humanoid kind of creature. You are a humanoid, but it's not going to work. You're not going to turn into this husk because you can't. It's a little bit more difficult for you. Yeah, he's like a cell, basically. You notice something weird inside this vat, Ron. I'm going to let you on your turn. You can make a perception if you want, but you are stuck inside this thing. Every turn, you could try to break out. I'll let you try to break out as much as every turn you could try to break out. But you will be taking acid damage at the start of your turn, every round. Okay? So, next up is Spire. You see the captain is now stuck in this vat.
Sorry, I didn't mean to post that. I'm not going to use guidance. A little late for that. What am I going to do with guidance when no one's there? I guess. I mean, I'm running low on spells, but I guess we need to get this going. So I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay. It's a save?
Yeah, I make a ranged spell attack real quick. Hang on.
It's a fail. Okay. Wow. That's a hit. Is that the damage or is that the attack? Because I did fail it, so. Okay. So I'll take the full 14.
Yes, the 14 is the damage, and then it has the next attack on it. It has advantage.
Okay. All right. Anything else on your turn?
I'm just gonna yell uncontrollably, like, no!
All right, Ron, you are inside this vat, and something seems really off in here, and you will be taking. Let's see. I think. Okay. Okay, so it's 15 points of damage. I rolled like high on every single roll. Okay, so you'll take 7 points of damage.
Yeah.
And you can try to get out. You can try to break out, or you can investigate what's inside because there's something in there.
Yeah. I'm not very good at investigation, but that might be worth trying, unless it's perception.
Okay. You can roll a perception if you'd like.
That didn't help.
I'm going to give it to you, but not totally. I'll give you a part of it. Something in this, it's not just like acid that's in this, there's like different chemicals and stuff. You feel something similar. You feel something that you've felt before. Like, like it feels like something you recognize, that something else is in this container. Something familiar to you. That's what I'll say. Okay. Let's go over to Orin.
All right. Let me see here. Where? All right. I want to try and move past this.
It's your emotions. That's what it is.
I want to take my 30 feet and go here.
Okay, the people are standing there, but the ship all of a sudden starts to smoke more and more and burn. They are kind of caught at the top here. You could try to climb up it if you want, but that's going to be your turn.
Oh, I mean, I just moved, so I can do that as an action?
Yeah, you could try climbing it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try climbing it, yeah.
Use a... I'll say... use a strength. You gotta...
Acrobatics or athletics?
I'll do acrobatics. You're gonna try to pull yourself. I think that's usually what it is, right? It's acrobatics to pull yourself.
I have no idea.
I think you pull yourself up with acrobatics.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to. Plus, you're gonna have to like dodge some of the fire and the wires and everything else. So just keep pulling yourself up and keep moving towards the folks. It is treated as rough terrain too. Okay, so you don't really successfully climb up, but I will say, oh man, I keep moving the thing. I'm trying to grab your. Oh my gosh!
You just keep moving the ship further away.
Move yourself. Yeah, move yourself on the. Move yourself like close, like right there.
Oh yeah, it's a layer under. I'm a layer under it, is what it is. But
yeah,
that's okay.
You can move yourself to the front. I think if you right click and do bring to the front. All right, so Dirch McGurch is going to take another shot. He's going to take another shot at the goop. Or not the goop, the vat. Heck yeah. And that is 10 points of damage on the vat. Ron, all of a sudden you hear a click. And you see like kind of a crack starting to form, like more cracks on this vat. And it's like all cracked. I'll give you, if you want to try to break out, I'll give you advantage on it because it's cracking. The vat is going to make one like final attack against Spire with his tentacles. One of them is a 23. The other one is a 17. Do both hit?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So Spire, you're going to take... Spire, you're going to take 7 points of damage from the vat. And that is the end of its turn. And Spire, you're up.
All right, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt again.
That's a hit. All right, Mr. Spire, tell us how you kill the vat. Tell us how it's destroyed.
Well,
Very nice.
I'm experiencing strong emotions. I'm like, if I could be crying, I would be crying. As I'm like, just wailing and just slapping at the tentacles in the air and just like casting spells. And I'm finally just like, no, please give him back. And then I imagine the glass just cracks and it falls. Like I feel like I just talked it down.
All right, and as you do it, the vat explodes. Ron, you are thrown like 20 feet. And you like
Cry for me, Mr. Spire. You will rust.
And you kind of splatter against the sand, and you kind of like start to goop yourself back together. You're not going to take any damage for it, but so as you guys notice, you guys hear Dirch running towards you. He's waving in the air. He's like, "We gotta go! We gotta go now!" You guys start to notice. I need Orin, Spire, and Ron to start rolling each a perception check, please. To start rolling. To roll.
There we go.
Spire, you don't notice because you're having a mental breakdown. But Ron and Orin notice that there are these things just popping up everywhere. The sand is starting to go, and these like formation radiation pockets are popping up everywhere, and it is like the ship is starting to sink into the ground. And the people on it are screaming. What do you guys want to do? Orin, I will say right now it's getting dangerous for you and Ron. The heat for Ron, your suit could only take so much. I think Spire is the only one that would be able to do anything. If you guys stay, you'll die. So
I do have a trick up my sleeve, and I have not expended my higher level spell slots. I have Zone of Atmosphere, and I just put it in chat.
Okay, air center, no point range.
It's that last part, that last sentence that may be helpful. The area's temperature is comfortable regardless of the outside environment.
Yep, I'll give it to you. Where do you want to cast it?
Listen, I wasn't thinking that far ahead.
You got a maximum of 30 feet, so...
Radius, which is nice, which should cover, like, most of what we need. So I guess centered probably where Orin is.
Okay, so that puts you right outside of it.
Sweet.
So you form, Spire stands, and he looks at the radiation and these domes, and he goes, "You shall not pass!" And he creates this dome around protecting the people on the ship. And as you do so, Spire, are you outside of it? Because you have to choose.
Yeah. I want to be out. I want to cover most of the ship and my two peeps.
Okay, that's fine. I'll let you do it, but you're going to be outside of it. As you do it, that whole area lights up. Spire, you are caught in this explosion that just completely it doesn't rip you apart, but it will throw you really far. Like they're gonna have to come pick you up in the truck.
Back like C-3PO.
And it does damage you. I will say it's gonna knock you unconscious. But Spire was able to protect you, and after the radiation settles, the sand is all like glass. There's like glass shards everywhere. Dirch is actually thrown back several feet. But he's able to like get up. He's not hurt, and he comes running, and there's just glass everywhere. The sun is starting to it was dark, but the sun's starting to come in the sky, and everything's just kind of lighting up, and you see these like glass shards just everywhere. And these pockets are like kind of they're gone, but now there's these giant craters in the ground. I will say Arulis is able to find, like, she sees Spire fly, and she's kind of been tracking you guys as she goes. She's gonna go and she's gonna pick up Spire, and after she picks up Spire, she's gonna get Ron, she's gonna get everybody and the 2 other survivors. And you guys are all back in the car on your way back to the town. So, in the car, Dirch is kind of looking at him at Spire, and he's like, I don't, like, just kind of like with his robotic self, and he looks over and he's like, Orin, is there something you could do? Anything?
What do you mean? Like, fix him?
Well, your buddy robot here isn't looking so hot. And Spire, your head is like kind of like broken. Your pieces are broken apart. Your chest is kind of your metal. The metal is like melted in different spots.
More about his mind rather than his physical. Yeah, I'll fix him. I'll see what I can do.
So he starts working on him, and Dirch says, I can give him some of my power, but it's gonna leave me a little drained. Get it? And he unscrews his finger and puts it in Spire's like head, and it like juices him. Spire, you're back up to like 1 health, but your mind, the shackles, your shackles that you had are now completely broken. You are a free Vect. The explosion knocked you, and like the radiation, it melted some circuits, and between that and what Dirch kind of gave you, basically freed you from your programming through some kind of weird sci-fi thing.
Guess I'm part of the crew now. Part of the cob, part of the crop.
And he just wakes up and just says that, and y'all are all like, what? Oh my gosh. There's 2 of me. And Dirge just kind of looks. As you guys are walking, you guys see Toro and Vatya. I'll say, Toro, that you and Vatya, Vatya said, don't even worry about it. She just looked at you, said, I can't go to my bar. We'll just have to go back and get it later. We need to get out of here. So you guys just took off in the desert, and just kept going kind of in the direction that, and it's been like a really far walk. So you guys are walking in this desert, and the car kind of stopped. The cover speeder car kind of slows down and sees both of you. And Dirch goes, Toro, Vatya, what's happening?
We have to get to our ship now. We cannot stay here any longer. The colonel has gotten out. He's looking for you, Dirch. He killed the doctor. It's a mess in town. We can't stay. We have to go.
Can I see it one more time?
It may be the last thing you see.
And Dirt's just like in anger, he pulls and he goes towards drives to town, but stops to the very edge, and he puts his robotic hand over his mouth and like just touches his mustache. And you guys all look and you see Rum Tum Town is burning. And that's where we're going to end.
Dun 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 dun.
So, that was a lot to unpack. So, guys, that is it for this week's GlassHollow Tales. Thank you, crew. It was very intense, and it's going to get even more intense in the next episodes.
It's only going to get worse.
It's only going to... You guys haven't blown up a ship in a while, so I blew up a town. So, it looks like the next stream, for those at home watching, we are probably going to be picking it back up on March 20th. So be sure to tune in and see what happens in session number 4. If you missed the last few sessions, be sure to go back and check them out. They're in podcast form. This is going to be, as soon as I'm done editing this one, it will be uploaded, and we'll have 7 sessions for you to go back and listen to. So be sure to check it out. Guys, that is going to be it for us this evening. We're going to go give somebody a raid. And thank you once again to the crew. Go ahead.
If you're listening at home and not watching live, do come watch live and get involved with all of the lovely comp crew as well.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Check out the merch. Charlie is rocking. He's rocking our merch. So we do have a merch store. So be sure to go check that out if you want to support the crew of the Quesnel. That's the best way to do it. And as always, my friends, stay safe, stay nerdy, be blessed. Love you all. Have a fantastic night, and we'll see you again in a few weeks.